Hello, my name is Lauren Kramer and I am here at Pranam Yoga Shala in Omaha, Nebraska. And today we'll do a little bit of chair yoga. So all you need is a chair. There's no need for a mat, we just set one out to make it look nicer, but there's no need for a mat. All you need is a chair. You can even sit at the edge of like a sofa or a comfy chair. It doesn't have to be a chair like this. So wherever you are, come to the edge of your chair so that you're not leaning back on your chair, and try to sit up as tall as you can. And then close your eyes and plant your feet directly down on the ground. Become really, really tall. Head lifts up to the sky. Sit bones press down onto the ground or the chair. Let your spine become even taller. Head lifts up to the sky. Sit bones press down into the chair. And then pull the center of your chest forward as you roll the shoulders back, so it opens up the chest a little bit more. Keep the chest really, really open. Press the feet down into the ground so the legs turn on just a little bit. And then in yoga, we focus on the breath. So with this really open and awake body, with the spine long, the heart open, the chest open, the feet pressing, keep all of this and start to focus on your breath. We open up the physical body. We stack it up on top of itself so that we can breathe bigger breaths. So now start to draw breath in through your nose. Let it move into the chest and all the way down into the belly. And then let the breath move out the same way it came in. Keep breathing long and deep. Let these breaths be the biggest breath that you've had all day. Let it become smooth and long. There's a teaching in yoga that you can either prescribe to or not prescribe to. It doesn't necessarily matter if you believe it or not. But the teaching is that you're born with a certain amount of breaths. So the reason that we practice breath work is so we can live a fuller and longer life by lengthening out the breath. So this yoga teaching says we're born with a certain amount of breaths, and the reason that we do breath work is so that we can live a longer and fuller life. If we lengthen out the breath, we can lengthen out our life. So again, you don't have to believe it, but it's interesting to think about what happens when you bring longer, deeper breaths into your life. This is the thing that sustains life. And so why wouldn't we focus on it and give it time and attention? So take 5 more deep, deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And then open the eyes. Bring your hands to your knees and start to rock the spine forward and back. So that'll look like this. The heart will pull forward, the tailbone will pull forward, the shoulders will pull back, and maybe the eyes will lift up towards the sky. So my whole back is arching. And then as I exhale, I'll push into my knees. I'll round my spine, look towards my belly button, and drop my chin in towards my chest. Inhale, rock forward once again. Look up. Exhale, rock back. And so we're moving forward and backwards on the chair, but the feet stay firmly planted on the ground. Keep rocking forward and back like this. And then come to stillness. Firmly plant your feet down into the ground and lift the right arm. Let it move up and overhead. Look up towards the sky if it feels okay on the neck. Deep breaths in and out. The right hand comes down. The left arm moves up and over. Look up towards the sky if it feels okay on the neck. One more deep breath here. Come back. So now we'll stand up on our feet, and you can stay at the front of the chair or you can move to the back of the chair. It doesn't really matter. And you can grab onto your chair or you can have your hands down by your hips, whichever works for you. If you'd like a little bit of support, it's nice to have it with the hands on the chair. And then close the eyes and press the feet down into the ground. Become even taller near spine. And feel your weight on your feet. Send big breath all the way down into the tips of the toes. Take 2 more big breaths here. And the point of this is just to feel our weight on our feet. There's nothing to do here but to just experience it. And then come to sit down in your chair once again. So the feet firmly planted on the ground, scoot to the edge of the chair. The ankles are stacked right underneath the knee, and the spine is really straight and long, as straight as you can make it. And then from here, bring your right hand to somewhere on the chair behind you. So maybe you grab one of the legs of the chair, the seat of the chair. It doesn't really matter. Grab any part of the chair and then twist towards the right. So let your entire chest and your belly open towards the right. Now look back at your knees. Often, the right knee will try to twist with you. So try to keep both of the knees in at the same level. So both knees making a straight line across. And then take 2 really big, deep breaths. Come back to center. Let the spine do its thing. Get used to center once again. And then do the other side. So the left hand reaches back behind you somewhere on the chair, and the right hand stays where it is, and then you can open the chest to the left. So once again, notice if the left knee is pulling behind the right, and if it is, try to level them out. And then take big breaths as the chest and the belly all open to the left. And then the hands come back to the knees. Close your eyes and feel into the bodily sensations. What does that little bit of movement in the spine do for you? Twisting and lengthening. So now, open your eyes and in whatever way you can, start to lean forward in the chair. And so the chest will start to move towards the knees. And then from there, drop the head, round the spine so that the forehead drops towards the knees. And then you can interlace your hands underneath you and just drop into the stretch. So you'll mostly feel this stretch in the muscles that run along the spine. There are these 2 long muscles that run up and down the spine. And moving our bodies in this way, it pulls the head and the tail away from one another, resulting in a really nice stretch of that muscle. So take a couple of deep breaths. Let breath move up and down the spine. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come back to a straight spine. And then feel what moving in that way feels like. Feel the after effects. So now bring your hands back behind you. Grab onto whatever you can grab onto. So maybe it's the seat of the chair. Maybe it's where you put your back. It doesn't matter. Any part of the chair that you can grab. And then roll your shoulders back. Pull your heart forward. Create a little bit of tension in the arms. So it's like the chest is trying to move away from the hands. And now create an arch in the spine. Look up. And take big, deep breaths into the chest, down into the belly. And then come back. Hands back to the knees. Close the eyes and feel the after effects of arching the spine. So now, bring both of your legs out in front of you. They don't have to be straight. There can still be a little bit of a bend in the knee. And wherever you are, try to dig your heels into the ground so the feet stay active. You may have to scoot up on your seat a little bit more to make this comfortable. So the bend in the knees is a little bit less than when the feet are planted like this. So send the heels out in front of you. They don't have to be straight. And then from there, inhale, the arms come out to a T. And then the exhale, the left hand will touch the right shin, or the right knee, or the right thigh, anywhere along the line, along the right leg, and then the right arm will move back. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, other side. You can place the hand anywhere on the leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Keep moving like this. Inhale. Exhale. Moving like this and connecting breath with motion, with movement, we lubricate the spine. We get all of the pieces of the spine moving on top of one another. It really helps with mobility. It can help with back pain, neck pain. It can help still the mind. And then keep going for as long as feels good. And when you're finished, you can bring your hands back to your knees and your ankles underneath your knees. So here, take a big breath in and a big breath out. 2 more. Now, with the right arm, we'll make a giant, giant circle. So the right hand moves down to the side and the right hand is out to the right. And then the inhale sweeps it up. And it brings us all the way over. So it's like a big rainbow. And then it comes all the way back. Inhale, big rainbow over. Exhale, come back down. A couple more times like that. Inhale, big rainbow over. Exhale, come back. Inhale, fill up with big breath. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Twice more. Inhale. Bring both hands down. And feel what the right side feels like in comparison with the left. This opens up the sides of the body. Sometimes if we sit all day or stand all day, or if we have really active lives or really inactive lives. Sometimes the sides of our bodies can get really tight and closed up. And so doing really simple movements like this in a chair can really help open it up. Again, it helps with back pain, lower back pain, neck pain, back of the legs. If you have pain in the back of the legs, it's really good to do some of these side stretches. So now we'll do the other side. Bring the left hand down to the left, palm open to the left, and the inhale lifts you up like a big rainbow, and the exhale brings you down. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale brings you down. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let the breath be smooth. Let the face be soft. Just two more. Inhale like a big rainbow up and over. Exhale. Inhale up and over. Come back down. Now notice how both sides of the body feel. So this is a big part of our yoga practice. It's the somatic connection. Somatic connection means the connection between the body and the mind. So when we do movements and then sit in stillness and notice how those movements feel, that's us working on the somatic connection between the mind and the body. So that's one of the reasons that yoga is working for so many people, because of that somatic connection. So we move and then we reflect and feel. And so it gives our minds a second to catch up with the bodily sensations that we're feeling. And so when we understand the bodily sensations that we're feeling, we can notice our pain more and take steps to prevent it and extinguish it. Our body is talking all of the time, and so we can listen to it when we start to work on the somatic connection between the mind and the body. So a couple of more little exercises that loosen up the spine. So we'll take that twist one more time. So the right hand will come back behind you. This time the left hand will move to the right knee. Open the chest. And then switch. Opposite hand to knee. And then switch. And then switch. And then keep switching like that. Keep switching. Keep switching and smoothing out the breath. And then come back to stillness and focus on the somatic connection that we were just talking about. The mind and the body. How does the spine feel after moving back and forth in that twist? and then open the eyes. So now the next part of our practice is the final resting pose, Shavasana. So Shavasana is a Sanskrit word, and it means corpse pose in English. So we end every yoga practice with a corpse pose, with a Shavasana. So you can do this in your chair. If you're in a comfy chair, you can just lean back and kick back. If you want to do it sitting up in your chair, you're more than welcome to. So you can have a tall spine for this, or what's preferable is that you move the chair out of the way. And then you come to lay on something. So maybe that's just a couch or a bed or on the floor, if that feels okay to you. Have the palms up and sink the body into the ground or the couch or the bed or wherever you are taking this rest. And then let the breath be deep and let the whole body relax even more. And then here, we lay here and do nothing. There's nothing to do and there's nowhere to be. So this rest pose, it's recommended that you spend about 5 minutes in that resting pose, Shavasana. If you can, and if you have the time, please try to take some time to rest and settle in and settle the mind. If you only have time for a couple of minutes, that's okay. When you're ready to get up, slowly get up. Say thanks and bow in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you for practicing.